This is Greg Forzani with another Don't Miss a Point of Business video. A lot of businesses out there are reliant on seasonality or weather up and downs or things like that. In other words, you have a business where, some months of the year you might make money, but there's a bunch of months of the year where you're not going to make money because of weather or season, or you're really reliant on some local sports team, or like if you have a business where you're too reliant on things out of your control, I guess is the point, then you got to be really careful, because here's the rut, here's the habit you get into. You go through the months where you don't make money because you're not, and you watch your cash and everything's tight and you stress about it, and then you wait for those couple of months or couple of quarters or seasons where you might make money if things go your way, like weather, your local sports team wins, whatever it is. And if they don't go your way in that season, then you throw the whole year away and say, well, gee, I hope next year's better. That's crazy. I mean, for so many reasons, on so many levels. One, stress. Two, you're not even sure if you can make payroll, which means the first person that doesn't get paid in the company is you, the owner. So that's crazy. And maybe way more important than that you're not realizing is the value of the asset you're building in your business. The more predictable it is, the higher the value of the asset. So instead, start thinking about, in those predictable down seasons or down months or down times, what can you do to get away from that? Meaning, can you, here's some examples. If you're in the snow shoveling business, cleaning driveways, whatever, in the summer you can provide landscaping, so it's not a downtime. And I know it's an obvious thing. If you're selling skis in the winter, then maybe you can sell bikes or rackets in the summer, or kayaks. If you provide a service that's super seasonal, like a touring service during wine season, what are you providing as tourism during the other seasons? Maybe you're providing ski tours. So just if you're in a trades business and you're working on the outdoors all the time on the outside of the house, and you're slow during winter, then maybe come up with a service that works inside the house in the winter. So just take a step back and think about, from your customer's perspective or your target market's perspective, what other services or products would they be looking for during those time windows, and add those things. And I'll give you a great example, one that I did. I used to be a buyer for Sport Chek many years ago, and when I first started, I was handed 9 departments, and they were like cross-country skiing, water skiing, a bunch of departments that were super seasonal, super dependent on weather, and if the weather or the season wasn't any good, then bad season, no margin, let's wait for next year. Well, that was horrible. I did that for 1 year, or not even 6 months, and went back and said, listen, this is crazy. Give me the same square footage. Let's throw out these 7 departments and just let me do these 2. And they were hockey and team sports. So team sports being like volleyball, basketball, baseball, things like that. And we just grew how much we carried in those products, and therefore became less weather dependent, less seasonal, much more profitable.